Nah, nah. If I could this sir from heaven you played, he sure didn't will leave you alone. Dave, I left him alone. I mean, you can attest to that. I appreciated him for the song selection, even though I know it came with an intention anyway. Did it or done show Chiagozi. Alright, so are you ready for my basketballs today? Please. Just give me a few seconds to find. Oh, here. It is here. Live and direct. I don't need to look any further. Where do I even begin? Okay, let me begin with the thread I saw on Twitter. That was yesterday. Just listen. Where do I even start? Okay, so long story short, let me just paraphrase. A lady dealt with the landlord and a tenant for illegally tapping electricity from her sister's generator, and she provided an update. So the sister and herself bought a new generator, and that generator could comfortably carry their freezer and their air conditioner, and it started working fine until recently they discovered it. Anytime they turn on either the AC or the fridge, the gen will start making a funny sound. Now, the sister was quite ignorant. You see, her sister, that's the one that performed this wonderful act that she's collecting accolades for, was not going to have it. So she turns on the generator one of these days, and then she increases the generator voltage. Guess what? The light trips off somewhere, and there was a loud boom. So apparently the bulbs and some other appliances in the two houses, the landlord and the other tenant, blew. But that was not the only thing that got damaged. They noticed when power was restored later that day, the whole compound did not have power, and they're suspecting that whatever she did not just tamper with those two houses, like the wiring of the building was tampered with. So the landlord sent a message. Let me start from there now. The landlord sent a message. They sent my sister a text message this morning that there will be a compound meeting today. It looks like we didn't just burn appliances. We have spoiled the wiring of the house because they brought light and the compound had no light till this morning. I have told my sister to go to work. In the evening, I will join her for the compound meeting. I want to hear what they want to say. Meanwhile, her generator is fine and okay. Her electrician will be there to check the connections they did and do a video recording explaining what's going on in the rooftop. I will join him shortly too this morning before their own electrician will arrive. Forgiving a wicked person is a sign of weakness. Show them more wickedness. Let them know you self sabi. Now who wicked pass them, then they avoid. Now you go live long. They no fit tell her with mouth. They sent her a text message. So this was how she did it. I'm headed now to go and show someone Shege this evening. A big sister of mine relocated to Lagos, and since I'm here, I had to assist with quite a few things, from accommodation to buying of needed things in the apartment. We bought a big generator last week, and the generator carried both the fridge and air conditioner comfortably, only to discover 5 days after purchase that the generator can no longer carry her fridge or air conditioner. When she complained, she said she wants to go and return to where she got it. I started laughing because I know she doesn't know what is going on. I have gotten my tools for mass destruction, and the neighbors who tapped her light are about to hear exploding sounds today. My own is to turn on the generator, increase it, and everywhere will set with bagbogba, and I will turn it off and will stroll out to go and have some drinks. Some neighbors are evil. They must know the calm sister has a petty sister that can match their energy. In this era of T-Pain, you go dey tap person light and generator and have the guts to use fridge. Wish me luck. So she goes again. We turned on the generator and two houses in the compound had light. Landlord and one tenant. Immediately the load came on the generator and the sound became different. We did a video recording as evidence because some people can move mad, and even kept one phone and tripod at an angle to cover the whole events because evidence is necessary when landlord wants to move mad. I increased the generator, and all we could hear was blasting of bulbs and a loud spark from the two houses, and we turned off the generator and acted like, what did we hear? Both tenant and landlord's son came out but couldn't see anything. They went back into the tenant's house. So obviously they know what just happened. My sister was just looking at me surprised. Less than 1 week in my house. My own is this is just stage 1. This is where I stop in this shege. Tomorrow we will continue from where we stopped. I know it won't end here. Wahala will sup in the compound from tonight and I will gist you all. And then she came back with the gist. An electrician has checked and we did a video of the illegal connection. He said what we did has melted the wires. They were also tapping electricity, not just from generator, they were tapping electricity too. So we are the one powering all the bulbs in the compound as well as pumping machine. And that landlord's electrician came to check the problem and they know each other. My electrician said the electrician told him that he warned them that this is why the old tenant left. The bills of electricity was too much. Let me stop here. The story is long, but in summary, some of us have experienced this firsthand. I remember back then in my undergraduate days in school, I used to own and I passed my neighbor generator. All right? In my self-contained, where I was just managing myself, right? And, the generator sets were kept in a particular place because we're trying to minimize noise. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes I will turn on my generator and the sound is not sounding well. In short, long story short, they were tapping my generator light. And at that time, prepaid meter was not, who was talking about prepaid meter until some years back? So we're having estimated billing. The possibility is that the person who was tapping my generator was not just tapping generator lights. The person was also tapping NEPA lights. But the good thing is when the NEPA bill comes, caretaker comes to my compound, caretaker will say this is the bill and split it among all the flats and we will all pay collectively. But you know what? You see some of the illegal things they do kept burning the distribution box. There's somewhere called a distribution box where you can go and you can actually turn off and turn on some lights for some of the flats. So sometimes whatever they were doing was always having electrician come to that distribution box because they were tapping things and nobody sent them. Now there are levels to this whole energy or electricity theft situation. But let us start with the parts of it today that concerns some of us and have been in motion for a very, very long time. The part that concerns most Nigerians is that the weapon formed and fashioned against them is their neighbor that is stealing their electricity. Either electricity supplied by the electricity distribution companies or the power you generate yourself from your generator. A liter of fuel is how much now? I bought this week 1,250 naira, right? I will fuel my gen, buy oil, engine oil, do servicing and everything. And you will chill at your apartment, relaxing on top my generator, burning my fuel. It's funny how some people feel it is appropriate and considered a normal thing to steal power from their neighbors, thereby having the neighbor incur unnecessary expenses. When I moved into where I stayed now, I discovered I will buy electricity units. And every time I buy electricity units, I was always getting half of my value. And at some point I had to call PHED. And PHED said there was an outstanding whatever. So why I'm getting half units is because, what's it called now? They're trying to get back that outstanding. And I'm like, outstanding from where? Because I came into this place, there's been paid meter already. I had to ask my landlady. My landlady lived in that house. And by the time we did some fact checking and whatever, called a NEPA official and all of that, we discovered that the compound beside us was tapping our lights. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine you are on band A, getting 22 to 24 hours power supply, and you are buying one unit for as high as 200 and something naira. and you're just trying to manage to see how you can buy like 5,000 units to carry for a period of time. Your children will turn on the lights. You say, turn off the lights! Put off the fan! Off the AC! Who put on this water heater? Who is washing in the... You are shouting, you are screaming. Everybody will hear your voice and think you are a mad person. Why? You are trying to minimize. And then somebody out there just feels it is okay and appropriate to steal your energy. How can we prevent our neighbors from doing such? How can we? That's what I want us to talk about. If you've ever experienced this, you understand the pain that is involved. It's a different thing when they come to you and say, neighbor, I beg, this your generator, it be like say big, you know. I used to have a very big generator. How many kVA was that? About 8,000 or something. Had 3 outputs and whatever. So you can always put like 3 flats connected to it. It was that big. It was possible for you and a neighbor to say, okay, I will be buying fuel. I'll buy fuel this month. I'll buy fuel next month. Let's be powering your generator. And let your generator be powering the compound. Or let your generator be powering my flat. Maybe your house is too small and your appliances are too small. And you know, you don't want to put so much load. And you're trying to see how you can, because too much load is bad. You're trying to see how you can let go of some energy so that everything will be stable. It's okay. It makes total sense. But as someone feels that they are wise enough, go to student communities. I'm not even joking. Go to Uniport. Go to Bori. Go to Ignatius. All the off-campus apartments where students are actually allowed to own generator sets and all of that. It is a common sin. So some are doing it legally, and others are actually saying, help me. I just built this house, all right? I've reached out to NEPA to come and connect me, but they are taking forever. Can I connect to you unless maybe it just makes sense, all right? Now, on another day, we'll go to the people that are stealing from NEPA, talking about the electricity distribution companies. But for today, let's talk about you now. There's a legal angle to this whole thing. Oh, there is a penalty for people that engage in electricity theft. But is there a possibility of preventing it? At least 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0003. Again, 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0003. WhatsApp and Telegram number for your WhatsApp and Telegram messages is 0809 030 6416. Again, 0809 030 6416. We're live on X at Nigeria Info PH is our X handle, and Facebook page is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Go there, watch us live. Most importantly, be a part of the conversation by dropping your comments in the comment section. Of course, screeners and stand by to take your calls first before passing you on to me in the studio. So when you do call, the first voice you hear will not be my voice, but of course that of the call screener. Yeah, some of us are interested in the other part of the story. If I continue with that story, Bakba will not be able to take calls. Our time is already far gone as it is. But if you can head on to X, I'm sure you would see, yeah, they had the meeting, what the landlord said, and how she provided evidence and told them about how they've involved the lawyer and the police and all of that. Now, this message here says, some people are just so wicked. They used to do it to us in our former compound. These guys will be tapping our light from our prepaid meter. In fact, I was not using iron because of our prepaid meter, not knowing that some human being was using my light to iron his own house. The day I discovered, not be small fight. Ernest from Woji. Good morning, Didi. You mentioned T-Pain when you were reading the post. I beg, what's the meaning of T-Pain? My brother, I can't say that on air. But if you go to Twitter, they will explain it to you. You know, it's something they use on Twitter to describe something. not me. You will not hear it from my mouth. Again, 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. Nigerian phone. I don't know what's happening to the phone lines. Let's try 0817-923-0009. Okay? That's an alternative number we can try. 0809 0306416. 0809-0306416 still remains the WhatsApp number. And then, of course, for your calls, try 0817-923-0009. Also, Francis, okay, says he's watching from somewhere. Promise on Yebuchi Amadi, it's pure wickedness. I support what the lady did to her landlord. In fact, once learned a new style. Please, what's the new style? Share with us. Thank you. Mazi Warrior Chikwadurum says, Mazi Warrior Chikadurum Osinachi says, it is so rampant here in Onitsha. It's everywhere. Energy theft is everywhere. Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you and welcome.
Yes, good afternoon. This is Sophia.
Sophia, you're welcome. How are you doing today?
Thank you very well. The apartment I'm staying, we use prepaid here.
Okay.
So when I move into the apartment, I suppose that each time I recharge, the number of units I get is not up to what I expected. It's continued like that for months till 1 year. So one day, I had to call the attention of the NEPA officials to please come and check if the machine is okay, if there is anything wrong with the prepaid. And when they came, they discovered that there was arrears. A whole lot of arrears on the machine that I was owing. I said, I'm really owing. I said no. So I was like, I just newly moved into the apartment, and when I came, it was 00. I started from scratch to recharge. So we called the attention of the landlord, and the landlord was like, okay, that I should just try and clear all the arrears that later on will calculate. I said no, I cannot clear what I did not use, what I don't know about. So that arrears have been there till the each time I recharge, I noticed that till today NEPA, they have a particular unit they call.
So let me explain what happened to you, because I experienced it as well. When people migrate from the estimated billing meter to their prepaid meter, the estimated billing meter already reads how much electricity they have used. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. It is expected that whoever used it should pay, clear it up, and then install the prepaid meter. So it starts on a fresh slate. Now, some people try to act wise. They don't clear. What they probably do is, maybe the bill is 50,000. They go and pay maybe 10,000, pay a reconnection fee.
Sorry, let me tell you something. One of those days when we were arguing with the landlord now has to put the blame on the NEPA officials. That what they did, what they explained to him when he went to the office was that before they even came to fix it, that they already opened it in their office while it was still on process.
Whoa!
That it was already opened. That was why he started reading. It was already reading that it's already in use. They've not even started using it.
Okay, so it could be that, it could be the other thing, but, well, are we going to classify that as some form of energy theft? This time around, is it the NEPA officials that stole the energy or something? Because how does something start reading when you are not using it? Anyway, let's hear from Williams from Meche. Hi, Williams, how are you doing?
Fine, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Please, just like what you were trying to explain to the young lady, I didn't think that is right. When I was living in Port, the compound I was living, we were not using paper meter. So later, the landlord request for paper meter, they brought up paper meter. I came to that compound in 2016. So when they store my paper meter, and they use the former bill to store my paper meter. So when I was recharging, the thing was going well. For one day, I found out that all my credit was off. When I go to their customer, I should go to their headquarters. And I went to Kasamadi. When I explained to them, they opened laptop, check everything. They say, yes, this compound was only former B, 2009. and I came there 2016. So the money was almost 170,000 naira. They say I should pay. They're not doing 50-50. Any money that I reach, any recharge that I did, they will minus 50%.
That was the exact thing I explained now.
Fair?
That was the exact thing I explained. That was my experience.
Don't worry,
as
I'm
well.
coming now. I'm coming.
Okay.
See where I want to get you recognize this. So after that, I went to my landlord. I explained to my landlord. My landlord said, okay, I should not worry, they will pay. You know what happened? After 2 weeks, the 8 meter, which is they increased their money to 120,000, like the money they gave to me that I should pay. All the remaining meter was 120. So what come about those money? How come about those money then?
Okay. Jude used to have a conversation every Thursday centered around energy reports. So maybe you can call in on Jude's show.
No, that was then. I've left there.
Okay.
I'm in my uncle for now.
Okay.
That was.
So let's stay on the conversation. Preventing our neighbors from stealing our electricity. Not the one that you entered this bill and that bill. This is the focus. So people are stealing from PHED. We know. We're very much aware of that one. I will not pretend. But now, this one we are discussing is focusing on those stealing electricity from their neighbors. Ida from Ukora, welcome to the sunny side. Let's talk.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ida.
Ida, I want to plead with landlord. If somebody is staying in your house and the person is backing out, before the person back out, check out the NEPA situation. Because somebody can know who. Then when I back in, I start paying for somebody. The country is very, very hard. I want to blame the landlord and I want to plead with them. Whatever person that is backing out from your compound, before the person is back out, check out his meter, how much the person is holding. Then tell the person to pay the money.
All right. Noted, Ida. Noted. Like I said, the possibility of everyone digressing is high. But let's stay on it. Your neighbor is stealing your electricity. Are you going to go the route of this lady? I mean, not everybody would think about it until something starts happening. If my electricity goes down in my house now, I know what is taking it. I know when you turn on heavy duty appliances, heavy power consumption appliances, your iron will be one of them. Your water heater, if you use a water heater, is another one. What's it called now? Your air conditioner is another one. Sometimes your washing machine. And that's why if you're building a house, you get an expert, they would advise you to get energy-saving bulbs and energy-saving appliances. And sometimes you can actually make your units work better for you by reducing consumption. So if you're not using the lights, you turn them off. If you don't have need for television, you turn them off. If you're not in the room, turn off the fan. If you're in the living room, you turn on the fan. These are some measures we have been using. But what I'm asking is, after using these measures, you notice that your electricity is, you turn on your generator and the sound, you fix your gen every now and then because it's taking up load. Before you know it, they say, your carburetor. Before you know it, your capacitor. Before you know it, this thing. Have you ever sat down to think of the possibility of someone tapping your energy? No, not tapping. Stealing your energy unknown to you without your consent. Is there ever a way to prevent such from happening to you, since you are the one that incurs the expenses? I mean, how can you connect all the bulbs in the compound and pumping machine to your tenant's electricity bill? I mean, does it even make sense? How can your tenants buy a generator? If for anything, the landlord, you're not the one that's supposed to be providing electricity for your tenant, and you're the one tapping it. So you're not bothered. When we come on air and we shout fuel is expensive, you can't be bothered because you know where you're getting your power supply from. When you come on air and we shout, this one, electricity tariff hike and all, you can't be bothered because you know where you're getting your electricity from. Nigeria Info, good afternoon to you and welcome.
Hello, Didi, good morning or good afternoon.
It's afternoon.
Yeah, my name is Andy, the self-appointed special advisor to the governor on local government matters.
You're welcome.
Didi, do you know what you have just narrated, or will I say the little I've just listened? Didi, do you know that what amounts to what anybody does with another person's electricity is stealing? It is stealing. So what should be done to somebody who has stolen? see, they said, let it not happen to you. But when it happens to you, then you know how far. Because it's annoying. As I'm talking to you, I have such a person in my own yard. The lady does not pay. What she will do is, she will just wait. Anytime she does not have light, know that a neighbor does not have light until you will cut the person. And if you see they have mouth, they can talk, they can shout. Now if the only person, this and that and the rest of them. So I think it should be given a law, or there should be a law. There
is actually a law. But when I read through that act and everything, 3 years is the penalty actually. But it only covers for those who actually steal from the discos. Those people doing illegal connections and all of that. The law did not clearly state what should happen to someone who is stealing energy from his neighbor. It's quite vague.
Anyway, but what we're saying is, for you now to have brought us this conversation, because it needs to be trashed out. What should be done to such a person? Because I cannot be paying bills. While I'm paying bill and my light is being tapped by someone else, before you know it finishes, then you begin to accuse NEPA or PHED. So that something needs to be done.
Something indeed needs to be done. I'm talking for Brian from Port Harcourt says, where I live in the Port Harcourt Township area, electricity bill comes in paper or bill. Our light is not on band A, 8 a.m. to 12 noon or 1 p.m. That's the period the lights last for the day in most cases. For my yard, as we recall, I'm here, no issue. We got few tenants living in, and when the bill comes, it's shared between landlord and tenant. I have not got case of tenants stealing electricity. Oh well, lucky you. Final call at Nigerian for good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
My name is Favorite.
Favorite, you're welcome. Talk to me.
Please, I want to just contribute.
Go ahead. Just go ahead.
I'm proud of that lady. I'm very proud of her. And number two, I want to also talk about myself. There is this neighbor here. Anytime we found the generator, they will come in the night. Are you hearing me?
I can hear you, Favorite.
They will come in the night. After we put out our generator, they will come in the night. Then took the fuel out of the generator in the night. Everybody's sleeping.
Now wow.
So yesterday night, we bought for about 30,000.
What's happening?
For about 40,000 naira. Then after that, NEPA now brought light. They will now off the generator. This morning now, we want to on generator. There's no fuel inside. They will now discover that it's the same person that them doing it. So we don't. In fact, I don't even know what to say.
Do you know the neighbors doing this one?
Yes.
And when have you confronted them?
They told me that they denied it, and last night we saw them.
Do you have evidence? Do you have evidence?
Yeah?
Do you have evidence?
No.
You saw them. Why no carry camera there like this? I said, cheese.
It was in the midnight.
I don't understand. They know the camera people for midnight. No, seriously, at this point in time, yes, they can deny it because you don't have evidence against them. So what I would advise you to do is set a trap. Now that you have confronted them, they probably will not do it immediately. They are smart like that. They will wait for maybe a week to pass. Let the steam calm down. They will try it again.
That first day, everything is gone. All. Not see that generator.
My sister, Favorite, are you listening to me? Next time, don't do it now. They may not come this night. I wish you would just put water inside your generator safe. I'm learning wickedness, small. Let them take water mixed with urine and fuel. And whatever it is they want to do with that generator. Don't take my advice, so don't go and knock your generator. I'm just saying, you need evidence against such persons. Now we'll go on a break for the news trending stories, and then we'll come back and round up this conversation. So do stay tuned to us.
Reach out, be informed, stay connected to the world, and go for the